Craig, the Toronto Maple Leafs 5 points back of the Panthers, but they have 2 games in hand. What's more important, chasing home ice or making sure the players are rested and 100% ready for the playoffs?
Well, I would say that number 2 is the most important part of this. I mean, home ice would be nice, but I think that would be the luxury. Making sure that you're prepared, making sure that you're rested, making sure you're as healthy as possible, I think has to be the goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because if you get home ice and you're not fully healthy, you're not rested, you don't got your game in order, it's not going to really matter. So get your game honed and get it to a high level. Make sure that all your players, the ones that are going to be dealing in the battle and on a every other night basis, are ready to go and get into those hard games come playoff time. So I think that has to be the priority for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Penguins, they would jump into a playoff spot with a win tonight. The turnaround, it's been impressive, especially when you consider that Kyle Dubas was a seller at the deadline. Craig, did Dubas make a mistake not trusting Crosby and company that they would get back into this race?
Well, I guess we could all say that to not trust Sidney Crosby would be a real significant mistake. But where the Penguins found themselves, I think where Kyle Dubas made that decision, I think it's justified. I think it's too easy right now to look at the Pittsburgh Penguins in their quest. Sidney Crosby was not too happy when Jake Guentzel got traded, and the Penguins certainly weren't playing very well at that point in time or right shortly thereafter. But what's happened, Glenn, is the teams that were what I would say had real good, solid playoff footing, the Washington Capitals, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Philadelphia Flyers, they've gone on a nosedive. They've really fallen off, and at the same time, the Islanders and the Penguins have really played well. So I don't think that Kyle Dubas was doubting Sidney Crosby. I think he was doubting his team, and certainly Michael Bunting's come in and helped them. They were trying to get some younger players in the lineup. So when I look at what Kyle Dubas did, I think it was prudent. And now Sidney Crosby's doing something that would just be another significant accomplishment if the Penguins get into the playoffs.
Well, according to FanDuel, the Penguins' attempt to make the playoffs will fall short. They're still listed at plus 158 to get in.